we heard that there's like a new system coming out from your team, and we made a little video to help you tease that out, and I think we're going to show it here.
All right. Let's see if we can roll the video.
See if we can roll our new. All right.
Thank you. Thanks.
So with that, I'm gonna take off, but I want to go sit in the audience because I think you're gonna show us something really cool. That was that mysterious device that we couldn't quite show in the video. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mark. Appreciate your time, man. So he's absolutely right. That teaser is alluding to a new product that we have coming out. 13th gen. So if you were here on day one, Marcus Kennedy was introducing our new 13th gen processors in world's best performance for gaming and other usage models. So we're really excited about that. But it wasn't just the processor. We in the NUC group decided that we would up our game as well and make a new NUC that would support that line of processors. So we're going to take a look at that product for the first time. And I was actually going to have Blake join me on stage and help take a look at this product. So Blake is actually my 19-year-old son.
Hi, guys.
So thank you for coming all the way down here and helping us, man. This is exactly what he wanted to be doing. I think we told him about 15 minutes ago, we're going to put you on stage. So thank you, Blake. But let's start here, sir.
Okay.
So this is our next generation, 13th gen Intel Gaming NUC, and this is codenamed Raptor Canyon. We're not going to give out all the specs because in a couple of weeks we're going to be doing an official announce, so this is more of kind of a pre-look. But have you seen this before?
I have, but only for about 30 seconds, and then the next day you had it taken away.
Yeah, I brought it home to test a couple of things out, and I wasn't even supposed to really have it there, I don't think, but I had to test some things, right? I had to test it. But have you been inside of this before?
No, I haven't seen the insides yet.
Okay, so I'm gonna ask you to help us get into this,
Okay.
and then kind of tell us what your feedback is in terms of ease of integration. I know we've built a number of systems at home, but anything look a little different here? I mean, if we were talking about our enthusiast line and then the extreme line.
Yeah, I thought the NUCs were supposed to be pretty small. This seems like a big system.
So, okay, yeah, that is really accurate and true. We have made it a lot bigger, and it's because of the things that we were talking about earlier, right? This is going to be full desktop processors and support bigger graphics cards. So we'll take a look at this and let's see how it goes together.
Okay.
First thing that I'll call out, and I'll let you run the screwdriver and stuff here, but there's one thumb screw on the back, and then all the side panels are ball socket. So just easy access, everything comes on and off. So why don't we take a look?
Okay.
Thumb screw, and then when that's loose, the top panel will just snap up. Oh, don't break it.
Sorry.
All right, I'll be your assistant. So let's take off the side panels too.
Okay.
And those will just kind of come out towards you, ball socket, real quick. Right on. And it doesn't really matter which side they're on. Excellent. And now, why don't we grab the front panel as well? And same thing. So that's a anodized aluminum. So one thing is you'll also note is there's no front panel RGB logo like we had on those other products, and that was actually due to a lot of feedback we had from some end users and some partners in the industry that were looking for just a more sleek look, to a product. So we kind of toned this one down, but just snap that one off as well. But if somebody wants to personalize it, laser etch, paint, whatever, because everything came off, now every one of these components, they're all metal, so you could just spray paint, powder coat, etch, whatever you want to do to make it your own. Now, once you rotate it around for the camera to see, and a couple of things just to point out, what we're going to do is we've got a motherboard on top and we've got a graphics card on bottom. They're going to be stacked on top of each other. And you should also note that there's these two large 120 millimeter fans on the back, and they're to just have pass-through airflow from one side to the other for both of those components, keep them as cool and as quiet as possible. So what I'd like to do is take this front bracket off, and should we start with the graphics card?
I think that would be easy, yeah.
And that's kind of where, okay, let's do that. Why don't you flip it upside down? And then kind of the same thing, we can take the bottom cover off. All right. And then there's one bracket that'll help keep the chassis and the graphics card in place. Why don't we take a couple of these screws out? Thank you. All right. So now that whole compartment's just wide open and dedicated to graphics. We've got a modular power supply that's all kind of set up and ready to go. If we're going to put a graphics card in there, we're going to need to remove the 3 shields out of the back for the PCI slots. So that's one thing to note, different between our 12th gen and our 13th gen. 3 slots for wider graphics card. Once again, that's just customer feedback. Also trying to take a look at what's going on in the industry. All right. Thank you. And why don't you take those shields out, and I will get a graphics card for you. I'll take those. All right, if it's easier to rotate, if you can do it from there with the camera shot, that'd be
I can try.
That'd be cool. But if you need to rotate it, we can do that as well. Yeah, get the front in first and then line it up. You got it?
I think that's in.
All right, great. All right, rotate it back because you're going to need to plug in the power. And while you're doing that, if I can borrow your screwdriver, I'm going to put in these top screws to hold the bracket in place. We'll teamwork some of this. Fighting each other. Oh, hold on. Okay, go. All right, so I'm screwed in.
Getting this figured out.
So two 8-pins going in for that. Do you need a light?
I might, yeah.
Got it. Awesome. Okay. Let's tuck those in. nice and snug. And then put the bottom plate on, and you've got your, oh, we need to do this, don't we?
Oh.
All right, let me take this back off. Preloaded.
Thank you.
So one of the last small form factors we built at home was a little cube, and I don't know if you remember that, it was a while ago.
Yeah, I remember that being a little bit of a nightmare.
Trying to get your hands in there and all of that, right? This is a lot more just wide open to get cards in and out. And then that one, I'll take your screwdriver. And then when you're done with that, let's flip it over and we'll get into the meat and potatoes of this. Wait. Hold on. Here, let's do that one first, then go in. Do we have a cable in the way? All right. Thank you. All right, let's do that one. Now, let's take out this top bracket. Actually, rotate that one around. And I'll bring the element out for that. So for the 13th gen processors, full i9 K SKU will go into this. This is the entire motherboard. Memory, storage, processor, and a highly optimized heatsink, which we'll talk about in a couple weeks, the full specs of it. But this is the entire motherboard. So just like the graphics card, let's plug that in too.
Okay.
And do this same thing. And I would go, back panel first into here. Actually, yeah, come in from a side angle. Good job. And I'll get you some more screws here. Are you in? Almost.
Right.
All right. There you go. And then let's do one in the back panel here.
Okay.
And then let's put, before we put that bracket on, we've got
power.
Let's go ahead and integrate the memory. So we have Kingston Fury Impact DDR5 modules. So this, that's maybe one. Yeah, you're right. So that's all keyed and will only go in one direction. And two, so same thing, up to 64 gig of memory. Right on. And then let's do this one. And plug in your front panel cable. And all right, let's rotate that towards the camera, please. Cool. So now you've got graphics with processor and motherboard stacked on top of it. And then let's put the bracket in, and we'll just put the side panels on, and we're good to go on this. All right. How are we doing? Oh, wait, we're down to 1 minute. Let's do it. All right, side panel. You do that, I'll do the front. That's back. Front panel. And top. And thumb screw. And that's it. So that's a sneak peek look at our upcoming 13th gen Raptor Canyon. Full details will be released in a couple of weeks. Blake, thank you so much for joining me up here.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you, man.
Thanks.
And so I believe we're out of time, but we're happy to stick around and answer any questions that you guys might have. Some stuff will be still under disclosure, but thanks for joining us, and enjoy the rest of TwitchCon.